Why do I want to study film production at University of Central Lancashire? Well, I've always been a very passionate storyteller, and looking at all the courses that different universities had to offer, I felt that University of Central Lancashire gave me the best medium through which to tell my stories. The course seems very hands-on, which is really good for me. The course also contains enough workshops and theory on the political and philosophical and historical side of film that I'm also really interested in. I want to know about where it all comes from, as well as just how to do it. What is my strongest attribute, and how will that help me in filmmaking? My strongest attribute would probably have to be my ability to adapt. I've done a lot of different jobs, and in each one I've always tried to really give it my all, I guess. I've really tried to make sure that the part that I'm playing counts. Adaptability has also helped me in the planning stages of my work. For example, my last A-level project, I made a music video. The original idea was incredibly different to the end result. On the journey through making it, there were so many different ideas that started coming up, and realizations that some things weren't going to work as well as we thought. We kept changing the idea. We left it very fluid. We got a better end result because of it. If I go to University of Central Lancashire, I might be able to see myself doing a master's in experimental film, which I know you offer, which could be very interesting. But failing the master's degree, I see myself being a runner. To answer this question, I thought I'd take you on a bit of a tour of my room. Firstly, one of my biggest inspirations is probably Tarantino. I absolutely love his films. I love all of his work. But the reason I find him so inspirational is because he created almost his own genre, Tarantino films, and I really hope that one day people will look at my films and say, yeah, that's an Eoin Brogan. Another big inspiration of mine would have to be collegehumour.com. Now, this is probably simply because of my current situation, being a student, but College Humour I find are incredibly inspirational. They put out a new funny video at least once every day, and right, my biggest inspiration. Now, my biggest inspiration would probably have to be
a little help here, please.
Toy Story. Toy Story was the film that I watched when I was growing up. When people go and see films, they want to get something back. I think the really good films are the ones that you take away lessons from. And I want to make films like that. I want to make films that little kids see, and then the rest of their life they're a better person for it. If I was given a £20,000 budget to make a short film, what would I make? If you were to ask me now, I would probably say to you, I would make a zombie film. Recently I've been watching a lot of the series The Walking Dead. When I started discussing it with another media student, we realised that a lot of the zombie genre follows a very direct path. And we realised that there's a kind of gap in the market for a zombie movie that isn't about finding someone or getting to a safe house, you know. I mean, what about the rebuilding of society after the zombies have gone? However, if you were to ask me again in a month's time, I'd probably tell you something different. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to say.